Hello folks, Huawei just announced its P60 series of phones with 3 entries. There is the vanilla Huawei P60, the Huawei P60 Pro and the Huawei P60 Art, which brings a more avant-garde design to the series. All 3 phones share the same core hardware, 6.67-inch LTPO OLED screen with Full HD Plus resolution and a 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate. The panel is protected by Conlon glass and sports a built-in fingerprint scanner. Cameras are the P60 series 40. All 3 phones share the same 48-megapixel main camera with the RYYB sensor and optical image stabilization. The sensor brings an f1.4 to f4.0 10-speed variable aperture with automatic scene-based switching. This approach should capture the optimal amount of light, depending on the shooting environment. Huawei's marketing materials are praising the new RYYB sensor's light capturing abilities as industry-leading. The main cam also supports up to 4K video recording. Moving on to the ultra-wide sensor, P60 and P60 Pro share the same 13-megapixel unit with f2.2 aperture, while P60 Art gets a 40-megapixel sensor with the same aperture. Up next is the telephoto lens. P60 brings a 12-megapixel telephoto module with an f3.4 aperture, optical image stabilization and a 125mm equivalent lens. P60 Pro and P60 Art gets fancier 48-megapixel telephoto modules with optical image stabilization and a 90mm equivalent lens capable of 3.5x optical and 100x digital zoom. The telephoto lens on P60 Pro and P60 Art has an f2.1 aperture, which should fare much better in night shots than competing modules from other makers. Huawei says its new 48-megapixel telephoto lens can capture the largest amount of light in the industry, which is a pretty bold claim. The sensor also features 3-axis stabilization. P60 series is equipped with Huawei's XD Fusion Pro texture engine, which strives to reproduce object textures as close to the way they are perceived by the human eye. All 3 P60 phones are equipped with a Snapdragon 8 Plus 4G chipset, an LTE-only version of the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset from last year. Another noteworthy feature of the P60 series is the ability to send and receive Beidou satellite messages. You can send and receive text messages when there is no ground signal around, but this feature will be limited to China. Huawei P60 and P60 Pro brings 4,850 mAh batteries, with 66 watts wired charging on the vanilla model and 88 watts on the Pro. Both versions also support 50 watts wireless charging. P60 Art packs a slightly larger battery capacity of 5,100 mAh, and the cell is silicon carbon, providing higher energy density compared to its lithium-ion-based counterparts. Huawei P60 and P60 Pro come in feather purple, feather black, emerald, as well as a limited rococo white option. P60 Art comes in blue sea and quicksand gold colors. Pricing for the P60 starts at 4,488 Chinese yuan. It's about $657 for the base 128GB stream and goes up to $877 for the 512GB model. P6 Pro starts at $1,023 for the 256GB model and $1,170 for the 512GB version. P60 Art comes in 2 versions, 512GB for $1,316 and 1TB model for $1,610. Open sales for the P60 and P60 Pro in China start on March 30. Huawei P60 Art will be available from April 7th. International pricing and availability will be detailed at a later date. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Please share it with your friends. See you in the next one. Good luck to all.